Hi there, and welcome back. The Story Ninja has yet another story for you. I see you've got yourself comfortable already and relaxed, so I'm sure you are ready to listen. Today I found a story called The Sun Egg by Elsa Biscoe. Now, it's been ages since I've heard a fairy tale. And when I think fairy tale, I think fairies down in the bottom of my garden. Fairies, tiny, tiny fairies, playing in the grass, between the flowers. So let's see what the story is about. And what would the sun egg actually be? So I'm hoping you can see this picture. Do you have an idea what the sun egg is? But let's hear. There was once a small elf who lived in a hollow tree in the woods. She loved dancing. In the spring, she danced a welcome back sun dance. In the autumn, a swirling yellow leaves dance. And in the winter, a falling snow dance. She would dance until she was so tired that she would crawl into a tree and fall fast asleep. Now I'm hoping you'll get to see these beautiful pictures. In the summer, there was so much happening and so many interesting and funny things to watch that she didn't have much time for dancing. All the birds in the wood were her friends. If she saw an egg that had fallen out of its nest, or lying on the moss, she would carry it up to the mother bird as quickly as she possibly could. The birds were all very fond of her, and they sang their most beautiful songs whenever she was near. So our little elf was definitely a friend of all the animals and creatures in the woods. One day, when she was exploring in the wood, she saw something large, round, and yellow lying on the ground. I'm sure you know what this is, but our little elf has never seen one before. What? A big egg, she thought. Where has it come from? I wonder. She looked up and she saw a bright hole in the clouds overhead. I know, she said. The sun has dropped an egg, and she can't see it because the cloud's in the way. And she ran off straight away to tell her friend Larch all about it. Larch was lying on a branch. He was always playing tricks on all the people he could come across. And when he saw her, he threw down a fir cone and it tripped her up. You are silly, said the elf crossly, picking herself up. I'll tell Crooked Root if you do that again. Crooked Root was the old gnome in charge of the woods, and he was the only person Larch was afraid of. Telltale, called Larch. Well, maybe I won't then, said the elf. But I shan't tell you my secret. So there. And she ran off. Do you have any idea what the elf's secret is? I'm sure you do. Larch jumped down from his tree and ran after her. He picked up a grass straw and a pointed stick to give her a drink of fresh birch sap, because he wanted to make it up to her again. I think he was being kind, and he wanted to be extra friendly, although really he wasn't supposed to tap the birch trees. Crooked Root had forbidden it. The elf went straight to Happy Frog, who lived by the lake. Happy Frog laughed at everything. She had a little restaurant, which was also called, you want to guess what? The Happy Frog Restaurant. When the elf came running up, a snail and a lizard were having lunch, and Happy Frog's friend, Anxious Frog, was waiting to be served. What would you like? Fresh bleak roe or chopped pondweed? asked Happy Frog. Or would you rather have some plantain seed? Oh, no, thank you. I couldn't eat a thing. I've already had a whole wood sorrel leaf this morning, said the elf. But I do have some very important news. Yes, quite right. The sun has laid an egg, and it's fallen in our wood. Come and look. Happy Frog thought that this was funny. She collapsed into giggles and almost choked. Anxious Frog had to slap her on the back. The elf ran ahead to show the way, and the others followed. Larch came running up with his friend, the squirrel. They were all very surprised and not a little puzzled when they saw the elf's egg. Just think, said the elf. If it hatches out soon, we'll have our own sun shining right here in the middle of the wood. I certainly hope not, said the owl, peering down from his tree. I would have to move. Toot, too. It will be very hot in the middle, said Larch. The sun has a fire inside, you know. Did you know that the sun is so hot? Just then, old Crooked Root came hobbling along. What's going on here? He asked. It's a sun egg, said Larch. Too, the wood will go up in flames soon, said the owl. We must stop that right away. All the creatures are studying this very special sun egg. The best thing would be, said Happy Frog. She meant to say that they ought to hatch it out in the stream. But when she thought how funny it would look, hissing under the water, she couldn't stop laughing. Nothing to laugh at, said Crooked Root crossly. Everyone lend a hand. We'll roll the egg down to the water. The shell isn't very warm, said the lizard, sniffing it gingerly. Hooray! Shouted Larch. It isn't a sun egg. It's a football. And he gave it a kick. Don't kick my sun egg. You'll hurt the sun chick, cried the elf. But Crooked Root had already seized Larch by the ear. You touch that sun egg again, and you'll get what for, he said. Suddenly Squirrel bit off a piece of shell and scurried up a tree with it. Ugh, he said, it tastes horrible. Do be careful with my sun egg, cried the elf. And a chaffinch heard her and came flying up to see what was the matter. And that's where I'm going to end the story today. And tomorrow we'll hear what happens next. See you then.